I mean, you've worked so hard.
Do you know what though? Like, a lot of trainers get fighters that come on through their GB setup, or they, they're well established as an amateur. Tony's taken me from a raw novice. Like, from a guy...
You were rawer than raw.
I was terrible. I was terrible. If I told any of you that we'd be sitting here in this room today, back then, you would think I'm mad. Every single one of you. So that's credit to Tony as a trainer. He's shaped me and moulded me into the fighter I am now. But not only the fighter I am now, but the mindset I have and the work ethic we put in. He's been like my second dad here. I've left my family in Australia and come here, and when there's a shoulder to lean on, it's Tony. Through and through the worst of it together. Now we're sitting there through hard work and perseverance and diligence to make sure that even through the bad times, we see it through together. Because it was a bad time for me and Tony. So it's real news for me and Tony in here today.
And also, I think Tony will agree, when you busted your jaw and you were out for ages, you never left the gym. You were always in the gym, even with a broken jaw, working, obviously not sparring, but you never stopped working. And also, just a shout out to young Dan Lawrence, Pedro, also an unbelievable addition to the team. Lee Emtage, you've been unbelievable, and you are literally, you do not leave his side. Unbelievable. And even through the tough times, you were suffering, and I'm sure you were trying to get paid as well, but it never really happened for you. You had to wait a long time, but you were stuck in there through. I think there's a couple of people in here today, I mean, when the chips were down, and it would have been very easy for them to walk away, they stayed. And as I said to Michael Murray tonight, thank you, that'll always be remembered, and we look forward to the new contract negotiation as well. That was a joke, a little bit of a joke. And also to Zone, who, when it was easy to turn you back, and like everybody else, and go, well, let him get on with his appeal and then we'll deal with it later. But no, we're going to back him, and they won tonight as well, so thank you to those people.
I'll address this to Conor, but Nigel, I spoke to you after the first fight in April, and I said, how can Conor become bigger and better in the same way you did against Eubank Senior all those years ago? I know many people thought you got the win. He did just that tonight, was bigger, was better. So Conor, this one goes to you, but Nigel, feel free to jump in. How good does that feel?
Yeah, it feels great, mate. It feels great. There's not really much more I can say. I still feel like it's sunk in. I'm still like going through it. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like we're done now. Like it's just, like I can breathe. Like this has been like 3 years of my life. Hearing Benn, Eubank, Benn every single day. So for me to sit here and go, yeah, it's done, and I've ended it on the win. That chapter closed. Let's just move on now.
Conor, congratulations with the win. Would you say the experiences from the first fight allowed you to perform as well as you did tonight?
Yeah, do you know what? If I had performed exactly the same and done the same thing first time round, I would have classified the first fight as a loss. I would have gone, well, what did you learn? What's the whole point here? If you don't adapt and you don't change, you don't grow. So you have to go through things in life, sometimes take a loss, sometimes go through a bit of adversity. That's where you find out about yourself and who you are. Can you change? Can you adapt? Can you grow? Can you get better? And for me, that was a big thing in my head. It was a big theme in my camp to do better. Just do better. That's it. Just do better. And that was what kept driving me as well.
And Tony, you said in the week that if Conor made those adaptations to his game, he'd have won the fight. I mean, fair to say he made those corrections tonight.
Yeah, like you say, at a press conference, he had to adapt. He had to stick to the game plan. He worked hard in the gym to make them different changes in the way he's going to fight. And I said all along, if he does that, he'll win the fight convincingly, and he did win the fight convincingly. And I'm very proud of him that he stuck to the game plan, and he boxed so well, and he nearly ended it in that 12th round. If there was a little bit more time, it would have been over and done with. But I'm very proud of the way he boxed. And like I was saying earlier, he's as a coach, it's not always easy when you've got a 147 fighter and you're putting him in with a 160 fighter. It's you know, it's very hard to develop the 160 power when you're a 147 fighter, but I think he showed tonight that he adapted really well, and you know, the aim now is to drop to 147 and capture the world title and emulate what Nigel done.
Hi Conor, in the middle here. First of all, congratulations. We saw you smiling from ear to ear when Eddie mentioned at the start that you've secured not only your future for life, but your family's future for life, in the words of Eddie. Can you talk a little bit about what that means to you?
It means my kids ain't got to worry. That's what it means. I mean, ultimately, my kids are set for life, and their kids. I think it's every dad's dream and goal to give your kids a better life. And for me, I want to give my kids no less than my parents gave me, which was a privileged upbringing. And I brought my kids into the world. It's only right I do right by them and give them the best of everything I can. So when he said that, it's like, yeah, being a dad completed it, mate.
Great, and just a final one from me. Eddie, we know you've had your back and forth with Chris Eubank Jr. this week. He was very gracious in defeat tonight. Did you expect that from him?
Yeah, I think that he's, as part of him is building the fight, part of him is just something that we're never going to get on with personally, and that's fine. But you have to respect him. He's a very, very tough young man, and he's a very good fighter as well. And I said coming into this fight, I just believe that could be his last fight tonight, and who knows what the future holds. But Conor was right in that, the performance tonight was unbelievable. It didn't matter if Eubank was better tonight, we were still winning the fight. But that first fight, when you go through a fight like that, it can change you forever. But it didn't change Conor Benn, it just made him better. Because he's young, he's hungry, and he's got another 5, 6, 7 years in the game. That's the reality. So, all the respect in the world for him. And look at the 12th round, he was gone. He couldn't, and he kept getting up. He got up twice when he didn't need to get up, and he was determined to get up. So, good luck for him, good luck in his life, and thank you. Thank you, and thanks to Senior. We don't have to get on, but look at what they've given us. I mean, not just what they gave us tonight, but what they gave us in April and what they gave us over the last 3 decades. And Nigel, the big one tonight in the ring before the first bell.
Yeah, because he tried to suck all the oxygen out of the room, mate. And I'll be honest with you, at the press conference, I'm going to say it now, when they had the weigh-in, and we had a face-off, and he's dancing because he loves the limelight. He don't care about his son, he just loves the limelight. And he's dancing, he come right next to me, and I thought, let me just shake your hand. And I pulled him into a hug, and he put his hand like that up to me. I actually felt like I wanted to... And so when he tried to shake my hand tonight, I thought, I ain't playing real games, mate. I ain't playing real games. And I thought to myself, no, I don't even think I'll speak to him again because I find he's the right prat, he's an idiot. He tries to quote scripture and all that, he don't even know what he's talking about, he doesn't even know what a friggin' harlot was, and he's talking about himself, you know what I mean? So I just can't get him. If everything's, when you have them two around you, everything's just so negative. Back in the day, we never talk disrespectful about our promoters that put in money in our banks, give us a good life. We never done that with Frank Warren or Mickey Duff or whatever. We never slagged them off. But the way they used to talk about Eddie, how disrespectful is he? Both of them. And then Eubank's always talking about, oh look, we're struggling at the way, oh they're going to kill my son. Mate, he's been a middleweight for how many years? Been an RBO champion? But as soon as he fights the welterweight, we have problems. Always bloody moaning. Always, until I'm sick to death of them, to tell you the truth. And I'm glad it's over that we don't have to hear about him anymore. Thank you. I'm happy now. Get off your chest.
Gunman Boxing, the baddest boxing channel in the UK. We are here. This is a question for Conor. We are in the Spurs stadium. A lot of fight fans felt that Chris Eubank Jr. was like Spurs tonight. He didn't turn up. Should he retire?
Ooh, I mean, he's got more important things to worry about. He's one in life with getting his twin boys. So, you know, if I was him, I would look at boxing, see what reasons he's boxing for, because ultimately he's a dad of two now, so you know that's always a priority. And yeah, I think he should obviously look. It's not down to me to say should he retire, should he not retire. That's between him and his team. But he's got bigger things, life happening right now.
Father Time is unbeaten, and you were peppering him like a sirloin steak at times at will.
Good on you, mate.
Like, can you genuinely see him fighting again?
I can see him having a rematch again. Or asking for a rematch, but ultimately, I think we should just let it lie now. No, just let it lie. We've done what we had to do. We sold our stadium twice. We've done what we said we was going to do on the tin. You know, so let's just call it a day now. Only fight that matters is the last fight anyway, so.
Big up yourself, bless up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, guys, I think we're going to have one more. Dan? Oh, good. Oh, go on, last one, go on.
Yeah, I've just got a final one for Conor. In terms of what is next for you in your career, you know, you've reached a stage where you've been through a lot of hardship and also a lot to look forward to. At that 147 division, what do you think the sort of the mindset is going to be going into these next few fights? You know, you have to go through a lot of things to get back down to that weight, of course. How do you think you can manage that, and how do you see that going?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard, of course, making 147. I've not made 147. I made 152 a couple of years ago. I've not had to make championship weight 147 for a while. So, yeah, it's going to be challenging, but ultimately it's like it's what we do, you know. But I won't be posting videos of me in a sauna blanket.
And on that note, big round of applause.